What's going on, everybody? In this video, we're going to be going very deep on the harsh reality on becoming the man that you want to be, right? Building the business of your dreams, achieving everything that you set down as your goals, right? And so I think if you stick through until the end of this video, my goal is for your life to change and for you to have the actual direction that you need to go down, the intangible stuff that people don't talk about. For some credentials here, like I'm 21 right now, I live in Miami, I make $25K a month in profit, I'm in a great relationship, I'm close to God, and pretty much every aspect of my life has been elevated since where I was a couple of years ago, right? I always preach like there's 5 pillars to your dream life. You have fitness, money, relationships, fun, and God. And over the past couple of months and years, I've been able to really elevate all of those pillars in my life. And I want to talk about like how is that possible? Because nowadays, like everybody, you watching this video, you have the information you need to become successful. We have an abundance of information. We have too much information online. It's so accessible that everybody in theory should be successful. Everybody should be making 25 grand a month in profit. But why isn't everybody doing it? And I used to have this limiting belief as well, that all you had to focus on was, generate attention through ads, outreach, content, and then book sales calls, close deals, and repeat the cycle to hit all your goals. Like I've preached that before. But the problem with that is that I was preaching that while at the same time I was still elevating all the other aspects of my life. And that was a direct reflection on the inputs I needed to do to hit those goals. Because even if you're fat and ugly, I promise you that success doesn't pick one person over another. You could still do the inputs and still hit your goals. But the problem is that you're playing on hard mode. And with all the abundance of information, with all the people trying to make it here, trying to make their own life, carve their own path, there's competition. When I was starting my business, I remember learning about competitors, and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, I'm running an agency, I don't really know what I'm doing. I have competitors, like I have people that I have to compete with. This is crazy. I don't want to do this, right? Because I didn't have confidence in what I was doing. And now it's completely changed for me. Now I want competition, right? I'm now in the pursuit of excellence to literally beat out anybody that's competing with me for the same money that would help my family. And so it's really cutthroat. Business is cutthroat. Life is cutthroat. And you need to understand that you need to become well-rounded. And so it starts with your mind. It's so important that you have clarity. And in order to do that, you need to start going to the gym. Non-negotiable. When you go to the gym, you have more energy throughout your day. You give off like an aura, right? That you feel good, you're healthy, you're vibrant. People resonate with that. It attracts money. It's an intangible thing that actually attracts money. Even if you do all the right inputs. You hop on a sales call and you're just fit. You're healthy, right? You eat a good diet, not all this processed junk. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like I mess up as well. And this whole video is going to be all over the place, but I need to mention this point before I forget. I'm not perfect. Like I'm in the pursuit of excellence. I'm in the pursuit of becoming a true man. And I mess up sometimes, right? Like yesterday, I woke up at like 9:30, right? Not part of my routine at all. I felt groggy throughout the whole day. I didn't go to the gym. That was a bad day, right? Today, I bounced back because I acknowledged that yesterday, if I repeated what I did the day before, I would be sacrificing my goals in the long term, right? We've all, maybe you've heard this quote, one of my favorite quotes. If you don't sacrifice for what you want in life, what you want in life becomes a sacrifice, right? And so I woke up today, 5:30 in the morning. I prayed, I read a book, right? I'm reading the Daily Stoic. We're trying to become stoic. And I got in the gym at 6:30. And so now I'm back on my routine of putting in the daily habits necessary for the version of Christian that's making $100K a month in profit. because I actively think that. What does Christian at 100K a month do on a daily basis? Does he sleep in? Does he skip the gym? Does he eat McDonald's every day? Does he not do what he says he's going to do? These are all huge things that have changed the game for me in my way of thinking. And so this bad day that I had yesterday, like, it's to show you that I'm not perfect. I don't have a good day. I'm not just a machine, a robot every single day. But the fact is that I acknowledged that I had a bad day. And look with me 10 years later. I'm going to be 31 years old. Would my bad day yesterday affect how my life looks in 10 years? Probably not. But if I told myself that it was okay to let these bad days slide, and it starts happening 3-4 times a week, and all of my inputs go down because of it, you're damn sure that in 10 years my life will look a whole lot different. And I'm not willing to sacrifice how my life is going to look in 10 years. And that's something that you should consider as well. Now, when we're talking about like the pursuit of excellence, another really key point that I want to kind of bring home here, and something I am actively working on, right, is trying to become a leader worth following. And this is one of the biggest things that's changed the game for me. Because especially now with my new company, it's like I need to step up. I need to become a leader that people feel worthy of following. And that's only done through the pursuit of excellence and becoming a true man. That's only done by putting in the consistent habits, right? Going to the gym, eating healthy, reading, getting mentors, consistently improving in every aspect of life, crushing it in business. And as a result, clients get attracted to me. People want the experience of working with me. They want to follow my lead so that they can live that same lifestyle. And it's so important that you can become a leader worth following and not a follower. Because if you're a follower, if you're okay with being complacent, right? If you're not out there to kill your competition, not literally, right? Just go get a job, because this business stuff is not meant for you, bro. Business is so damn hard. And I was at this mastermind event like a month or two ago. I'm from Florida, I'm from Miami, but it was on the West Coast. And I went out there and I was with guys that were all older than me. And one question that I got asked by one of the guys was like genuinely, he asked me, he's like, yo, Christian, how are you so like wise at like such a young age, at like 20, 21 years old? And at the time, I really didn't have an answer. I'm like, bro, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't even think I'm necessarily like that wise, right? And I was thinking back on it, and I think the answer was, I mean, I could give you vague answer is like, because I'm constantly in the pursuit of excellence. But why I feel like I'm so wise is because I've spent the last 2 to 3 years trying to improve my actual wise level, right? Look at it like a XP bar or something in a video game. I read a book every single day. I hire a ton of mentors, coaches, courses, mentors. I've spent so much money on mentors. And what I've done is I'm very young, but I've skipped through all the years that these mentors spent to get to where they are so that I could bring in that knowledge. I remember, I think Tai Lopez said something like this, where he put it in regards to mentors. It's like, there is no shortcut to success, but there is no rule book that says that you need to learn from your own mistakes only. If you can learn from the mistakes of others through books, right, and what these people are teaching in the books, and the 10, 20 years of business experience they gained, compacted into like a little book you could read in a couple of weeks, you learn from others' mistakes and you save the actual time gap, or Hormozi calls it the ignorance tax, to understand the things you need to know to get to where they are faster. So a good mentor should help you get to where they are faster than they did it themselves. And I know that's going off on a little tangent here, but to bring it back home, A leader worth following is somebody that has discipline, somebody that's consistent, somebody that's determined, right? And they're not willing to be complacent. And so I just feel like the word of being a leader encompasses everything that you need as a man to become the type of person worthy of 100K a month. And to bring this all home, I feel like I hope you've gotten a lot of value from this video, just from my learning so far in terms of how to become excellent. But I have something I want to share with you. And I found this last night when I was scrolling through Twitter. And it's a message from Alex Becker in a private Facebook group about 4 years ago. And this is the direct definition of what I'm trying to get to install in your head. And so I'm going to read it to you, right? I'm going to read you his message in this Facebook group from 4 years ago. If you don't know Alex Becker, he's a crazy successful entrepreneur. He sold his company Hyros for $110 million last year, cashed out, and he's still working, right? Because he's a dog. And I'm going to read this to you, so just stick with me for a second. It's very short. So here's what Alex says to the people in this Facebook group, right? He says, just in the Hyros, right, his company, just in the Hyros funnel alone, I've written and filmed 5 different versions of a sales call webinar. I've shot and tested 25 plus ads. I've spent over $100,000 on ads and testing. I've tested 153 different audiences. I've split tested 22 different versions of my sales call page and 3 different call to action times. I've split tested 16 versions of my opt-in and 3 page formats. And he says this is no less than 200 hours of work just on this funnel. To put that into perspective, that's 5 weeks straight working on just this funnel from the moment you get to work to the moment you stop for 8 hours every day. And he goes on to say, after hundreds of hours of work, doing manual phone calls, training my sales team, talking to hundreds of customers, and writing script after script, now my ads work. We spent $7,000 to collect $40,000 in cash last week before pay plans even came in. After 4 months of working on this funnel, I finally feel like it's time to scale. And he says, and then I see people 2 weeks into business, 3 ads in, and on their first webinars, being like, dude, why isn't this scaling? And he says, I love you guys, but what? 3 ads and a webinar are 4 to 5 hours of work. You have 195 more hours to go. And to end it here, this is so big. He says, you guys all have the right scripts, the right strategy, the right targeting, you have it all. But the secret you're looking for is 30 split tests, 15 failed ads, and 4 more webinar versions away. And that's fine because when you get there, you make millions of dollars. And he says, the average American makes $40K a year. If you want to make more than they make in 30 years, in one single year, right, $1.2 million a year, $100K a month, you better be ready to do something special. Keep the prize in your mind and keep pushing. It's okay to struggle, and it's good that it's a hard thing. That's what makes it pay so well in the long run. Your business, right? This is what he's talking about. Your business is your lifelong pursuit. It's your life's work. It's your supposed mastery, the thing that makes you special. Roll up your fucking sleeves and keep pushing till the job's done. Success is not going to surrender without a fight. And then he attaches a quote from Virgil. He's like a Rome philosopher or something. And the quote he says is, if I cannot move heaven, I'll raise hell. And that's how he ended this story. And I say this to you because hopefully you kind of see the picture of what's required. The mentality that Alex Becker had, right? He was still building the foundation to Hyros here. This was in 2020. He just sold that company for $110 million. There was no way on this damn planet that he was not going to be successful. Because he had the consistency. He had the determination. Literally, I'm not this is made up. most people would have quit. He spent $100K on ads testing. He wasted 5 weeks on a funnel that didn't work until after the 5th week. People undermine how much work is required to get these special results that we're looking for, to make $100,000 a month. And I know that I'm willing to do it, right? Because I'm not willing to sacrifice these little things like working a ton, actually doing the work, becoming the leader worth following for the goals that I have. So I want you to take that home with you, right? Is that story. And that really impacted me. That lit a fire under my ass, honestly. I'm not doing enough. I have to do more. I have all the strategies. I have the tactics. I know exactly what to do. Comes down to more work. And in order to do more work, we got to become well-rounded, right? Alex Becker himself, he's shredded. He has a six-pack. So get in the gym, get your mind right, start reading so you can increase your wisdom, right? Like at least my friends have told me. Start reading, get in the gym, wake up early. These are the things that make you different from the average American making $40K a year. Get your diet right. Another quote from one of my mentors right now. This one, very, very true. Your external state, all the things you own, your success, your business, your relationships, your external state is a direct reflection of your internal state. So how you are internally will reflect throughout your business, throughout your content, throughout your ads, throughout your outreach, throughout your sales calls, throughout your delivery process, throughout your coaching, or whatever you're doing. It's a direct reflection. So don't think that this is just some mindset BS and like this doesn't work. You need to fix your internal state. And once your internal state is right, when you're in the gym, you're eating healthy, you're reading, you have mentors, you have the entire recipe. Because you already knew the tactics 6 months, a year ago before you started to improve your internal state. Now's when you're actually going to see results. Because you're going to become a leader worth following that has discipline and consistency. And that's the recipe for success. Is doing the boring shit more than everyone else is willing to do it, and you're going to win. So that's pretty much it for this video. Please drop a comment down below if this impacted you at all, if this helped you at all, if this cleared anything up. And I really hope that you enjoyed this like raw, authentic style video. I'm really just speaking from the heart here and telling you guys what I'm actively doing to become successful, what's worked for me. And yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in this next video.